So imagine that you open your laptop and you know that you have to do some reviewing for the next episode that is about to go live in a few days. And you go and listen to the audio. Maybe it's not necessarily edited the way that you want it to, or the show notes are not written the way that they're supposed to. And you're trying to figure out like what is going on. In your mind, you're thinking, well, I gave them all the instructions. They have all the resources that they need to be able to handle this task. So what is your next step? What are you going to do to figure this out? And you know that you do not want to have to rewrite your SOPs because that can be so daunting, but you have to figure out what is going on. So, and when you go to that team member and you have a conversation to figure out what's going on, instead of saying, "Here is what I need you to do," no, we're not going to say that. You want to say, "What do you need to make this work?" You see the difference in that? You are giving them the floor. You're giving them the space to be able to provide the feedback. Maybe they have questions and they didn't necessarily realize it until you brought up that conversation with them. So keep having those conversations with your team, because you hired your team for a reason, and of course you want them to do great, and I'm sure they are doing great, and everybody makes mistakes, but you want to make sure that you're having a conversation instead of saying, "You did this wrong, this is not the right way to do that," because they're not going to be felt like they're being valued or seen. So sit them down, have those conversations. With that being said, what questions do you have? What questions do you want to bring to the table?